Jai Shri Ram friends, the festival of Rama Navami is here. So in this video, I'll share few interesting things about the birth of Lord Ram that you may not have known before. To begin with, did you know the Valmiki Ramayana mentions the exact position of the stars and the planets that are known as the Navgriha in Indian astrology as they existed at the time of the birth of Shri Ram. Using softwares like the planetarium software, scholars have tried to figure out the dates when these planetary positions would have been possible. And you may be surprised to know they have come up with the date of 5114 BC for the birth of Shri Ram. I'm sure many of you may have heard of the yagya that the king Dashrath performed to obtain heirs for his kingdom. This yagya was known as the Putra Kameshti, and it was performed by a rishi known as Rishashringa. There's an interesting fact about this rishi as well. He was born with a horn on his head, and that is why he got the name of Rishashringa. Before we move on to the story of this rishi, let me first ask you, Dashrath had 3 queens. So how did they obtain 4 sons from this yagya? The Valmiki Ramayana gives the events that took place. At the end of the yagya, a divine being emerged from the fire carrying a golden vessel filled with divine porridge. He asked Dashrath to give this porridge to his 3 queens. Dashrath gave half of this to his eldest queen Kaushalya. Of the remaining half, he divided in 2 and gave one part to Sumitra, and when he was on the way to give the rest to Kaikeyi, the youngest queen, he divided it further in 2 and gave only half of that portion to Kaikeyi and returned to Sumitra to give the rest of it. That is why the 3 queens gave birth to 4 sons, where Kaushalya and Kaikeyi gave birth to 1 son each, but Sumitra, because she had received 2 portions of the porridge, gave birth to the twins Lakshman and Shatrughna. Another interesting fact about the birth of Dashrath's sons is that they were not born after a normal gestation period of 9 months. The Valmiki Ramayana mentions that it was almost a year to the day that Rishashringa had performed its special sacrifice. When the new year had begun in the month of Chaitra, it was on the date of Navami that Shri Ram was born, followed by Bharat and then the twins Lakshman and Shatrughna. Coming back to the Rishi, there is a very interesting story about the birth of Rishashringa as well. You may have heard of the story of Indra sending a famous Apsara known as Menka to disturb the parents of Vishwamitra. A similar incident happened in the case of Vibhandak as well, where Indra had sent Urvashi, another famous Apsara, from his court to distract the Rishi and break his penance. Urvashi lived with Vibhandak for a while, and as soon as she had conceived and delivered a baby, she left him for good. Vibhandak was so heartbroken that he vowed never to see the face of a woman ever again in his life. He retreated deep into the forest and created an ashram where he raised his son, born of the union with Urvashi. Consequently, the boy, known as Rishashringa, had no exposure to women of any kind while growing up. It was Shanta, the princess of the kingdom of Ang, who broke his celibacy and turned him into a householder. So why am I telling you the story of Rishashringa's birth on the birthday of Shri Ram? Well, because they are related in a way. The Bhagavad Puran mentions that this Shanta was actually the daughter of Dashrath, who had been adopted by Rompad, who was his brother-in-law. And when Dashrath was blessed with a baby daughter, Rompad had asked to adopt her. If we believe this version of the story, then Rishashringa was basically performing a yagya for his father-in-law Dashrath to obtain heirs for the kingdom of which his wife was not a part anymore. So there you have, friends, 5 interesting things related to Ram Navami that perhaps you were not aware of earlier. Wishing you all a very happy celebration of the birth of the Blue Lord. Wishing you all a very happy Ram Navami. Jai Shri Ram.